And then the next portion is what I like to call Act 2. By now, you've already established, the costs that they're going to pay. They've agreed with you that renting power forever is not a good idea. And another great example to do this is I ask them, Mr. Customer, you own your home right now. You're paying a mortgage. Why don't you rent your house? Why are you paying a mortgage on your home? It's a silly question, but they'll tell you, well, because I would be wasting money if I rent. Exactly, right? So that's the same thing that's happening. You own your car, you have your cell phone that you own, and you own your home. Well, now you just need to own your power, right? That's the next logical step. And when they understand that they're going to be paying a liability for the rest of their life versus converting an asset, right? You're essentially going from the liability to an asset. And that's what's happening with solar. You're helping them understand that they're going to reinvest that money that they're already going to pay anyways into something that's going to give them a return on their investment, an ROI. Okay. So then when I look at the spec sheet and the CAD design, I show them the total number of panels, the first year production, the panel differences. There's obviously different types of panels that you can get with solar. There's the Panasonics, there's Hanwha's, there's so many different variables with it. And you also want to explain to them during the summer versus the winter time what they can expect that their solar system is going to generate. So if in the springtime they produce more than they consume, it means there's going to have a net energy production that they can have, which at that point they're going to be able to credit into their next month. Okay. In the summertime, they're probably going to consume a little bit more than they produce, right? So that shift in energy is going to net a total yearly credit depending on how the system performed. Okay. Now, it's important to set expectations. You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. You want to be able to give them good expectations on that. Also talk about the inverter, explain to them how the power from the sun is going to convert obviously through the inverter into the home so they can use all the power in their house. And sometimes you'll get people to ask you like, hey, does that mean my fridge is going to run the same? Does that mean my everything in my home is going to run all together? And the answer is yes, absolutely, because it's all part of power, right? A kilowatt of power from ENRG and a kilowatt of power from solar, it's all the same, right? Power is power. Okay. You also want to talk about the maintenance. The biggest question that they're going to ask is, well, how much is the maintenance? Who's going to keep up with the panels? That's a great question to ask. Typically, maintenance with a solar system doesn't require any maintenance because there's really no moving parts. It's stable, it's locked in. If there ever is any type of maintenance, I'm sure every solar company has, their warranties and their guarantees and everything to keep up with it. But make sure the customer understands that majority of the maintenance is taken care of, and there really is not a lot of maintenance with solar. Maybe, every now and then they need a pigeon guard or, wash down their panels, but for the most part, there's really no maintenance involved with it. You can also talk to them about the production guarantee. Again, every single solar company is different and they offer different products. So just understand that the different products that they offer are going to dictate what that system is going to produce over 20, 25 years. Okay. So just make sure you break it down into the warranties, the roofing, and all the different components of it so that they feel that every single angle is covered.